Will our children be allowed to go back to school in January? That's the question that our Prime Minister here in Britain was asked, and he refused to answer. And this is something that's very concerning, because if our children can't go back to school, it's a massive part of how our society functions. Children going to school, them getting educated, them building our future, while at the same time their parents can work, provide for the families. That whole structure is essential to life in Britain, and let's be honest, life to anywhere else. And now we're being told that schools might not reopen. And for any parent who works, let alone works from home, you know that it's nearly impossible to do that when you also have to care for your children. At the same time, what's happening to these children? Their entire future, their entire life is being put on hold. Why? Why? Neil Ferguson, professor here at Imperial College, has said there is no proven causality between this new higher infection mutant virus and the transmission from children. So why are we even considering shutting our schools down? Susan Hancock, also a member of the SAGE committee advising the Prime Minister, has also said there is no causality, i.e. there is no proof that children will spread this virus even more. And we know, and I know from speaking with Harvard medical doctors, that the transmission amongst children is actually quite low, and even lower, the transmission from children to adults. And that's one of the many reasons we kept schools open, but also because we risk what they're calling now Generation COVID. I have a 16-year-old daughter. If they rule this, that means she will not be going back to school. I have a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old boy. My young son Damon is supposed to start school on January 6th, along with his brother Caden. It's going to be a massive part of his upbringing, of his development. It's also going to allow my wife, Mariana, to start studying for her degree in psychology, and it's going to change her life if that's not able to happen. And this is what you do. You basically demolish the structures of our families, which demolishes the structures of our societies. Again, where is the science? I ask time and time again to our leaders, where is the science-based approach? Where is that proportional response to the virus? Where is the leadership? I just don't see it out there. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating to see these decisions being made without the science, and we're seeing it happen time and time again. So we ask again, and I ask our Prime Minister, I ask our Mayor, where is the science behind these decisions? We don't see it with the Tier 4 lockdown in London. We don't see it with the pending national lockdown here in Britain. And we don't see it with your decision to close our schools and create what they're calling Generation COVID, the lost generation. My daughter asked me, where is my future? She says, am I going to be able to get a job? Am I going to be able to go to school, or I'm going to be on Zoom here in my room for the rest of my life? That's what they're facing, our younger generation. They're going to stay in the same room they grew up in, and they're going to go to university from that room. They're going to go to work from that room. What is that, the rest of their life? Their room and a video feed? Is this what we're doing to our kids? It's not right. We know that, and yet we trust our leaders to make these incorrect decisions, and they bandy about the science that they choose that day. They put some experts in front of us, and then we decide to nod and comply and go along. Meanwhile, our freedoms and our families are being forced to pay. It's not acceptable. We need new ideas. We need new leadership. I know we need to take London in a new direction and make this city world-class once again. You know, we once had what I believe is the greatest city in the world, and now we're making these poor decisions. Let's hold our leaders accountable. Please leave me your questions below. Do you think they should shut our schools down? Do you think they should lock our city down and lock our country down? Do you see the science? Leave your comments below. I want to hear from you.